working. Sorta. Let's see. Is it running? Alright. There we are. Alright, we're back with Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. I'm gonna jump right into it. Last we left off, I finished leveling up, finished the Lost Chapel event. Yeah, that's about it. After the stream. Alright. Let's see. No, let's see. What do we got going on? Oh, okay. So, the healer run to recovery might be over in about a week. I'll stop playing Mendel, regardless of where I am, and get back to the others. Because I think, like, as far as the doctors go, are concerned, I should be able to have a. Oh wait, no, never mind. I was like the injury on the wound on the foot seems to be healing up. It should be good in about a week. However, for the rest of the issues of my treatments, that is not the case. So never mind. Might be stuck with Mendel for a little bit longer. See, if you find an encounter too challenging, feel free to adjust battle difficulty in the options menu. Goes for Crusade Management, and switch it to auto mode if you prefer to focus on adventuring. That's the coward's way out. So no thanks. Alright. I guess I can go back over to that altar of Desna and take those 3 objects. That's pretty bad. Yeah. Alright. Greetings, future follower of our Lady and Savior Urgathoa. I'm not following Urgathoa. Oh, wait, what the hell? Where does axe come from? Throwing acts of silence. When did I get that? Exactly. What does this do? A +3 falling axe. Neat. Yeah. Okay. That's that. Urgathoa is good for you. No, she's not. She's literally not. Urgathoa is the opposite of good for you. She is literally an evil deity. Wait, why is it still... Is there still something for me to take at Desmond's altar? Nope. She preaches freedom. There are a lot of the good deities preach the notions of freedom. I don't have to go for Urgathoa in order for that freedom. Hell, Desna is good for freedom. You don't have to be evil to be free. That's...
Yes, you do.
No, you don't. Followers of Urgathoa. Not like... Gotta learn to be good like me. You won't have to worry about forcing yourself to become a revenant. There it is. Go into that cave there. Doesn't remove curses or diseases. This doesn't do that either. Is there really no way to get rid of curses? I mean, or diseases? Whatever. Wait. Shouldn't there be a... I thought there was a pathway here. Oh, here it is. But we are good. We eat, drink, and fuck all we want. Those are the teachings of Urgathoa. You too can indulge in what is best for you. You just have to believe in Urgathoa.
Wait, I thought Urgathoa was the necromancy one.
Yeah, Urgathoa is the Pallid Princess, the Lady in Death, and all that other stuff. She's an undead. She's a goddess of undeath.
Do you want some?
No, I don't want some undeath.
Do you want some of my cake?
Oh, no thanks. I've had those before. They're not particularly bad, but they're very, very sweet. Can I go down the mountain here? Oh, sweet. It's auto-pathing. So that means, yes, I can get out of here. I'll go back to Anivia in the park.
Together, we stand.
Scuffle. Yeah, I'll leave this on. This doesn't... The mythic skill focus thing doesn't even seem bad. Like, it'll work. Like, if any time it wouldn't work, I'd get to roll. It's fine. Alright. Regil looks at Social with contempt. Despite their difference in height, it seems it's the gnome who is looking down on his counterpart. You wanted to ask me about something. I'm listening. Social lowers his head with cold respect. Thank you for finding the time to listen to me. It regards a personal matter. There was a woman in your squad. She perished covering our retreat, and I don't even know her name. But she carried this shield. It once belonged to my brother. Do you happen to know how she came to have it? A personal matter. Of course. How silly of me to expect a relevant question. Regil chuckles. After savoring the expression on Social's face, he continues. Her name was Marenta, and she turned out to be a better soldier than I thought. Too bad she still wasn't good enough to survive. She transferred to us from the Order of the Nail, the Extirpators chapter, if memory serves me right. I wasn't interested in her reasons for changing chapters, and she never gave any. Such transfers are not forbidden, though they are not encouraged. In any case, she already had the shield when she came to us, and the only way to find out where she got it from is to ask at her former chapter. But the gods only know where they are now, and which demons they are slaughtering. Thank you for your answer, Paralictor. With cold politeness, Socio lowers his head and bows before the knight, then turns to you. It seems I have reached a dead end. See, this isn't the end. You can still find those knights. Knights don't value the lives of their wives very highly. Search for your brother won't distract you from this. No, this isn't the end. You can still find those knights. Perhaps if the goddess helps me, but where are they? Where do I even begin to look for them? If only I had a chance to talk to her while she was still alive. Socio looks away. I sound so selfish. She died, and all I talk about is what she could have done for me. But it's not only that. This shield was Trevor's treasure. He wouldn't have given it away for no reason. How did this woman get it? Did she deceive Trevor, kill him? Or perhaps the opposite? She meant so much to him that he gave her the shield voluntarily? I keep mulling it over, trying to understand. Trying to imagine what happened to my brother, and what role Marenta played in his story. If she was still alive, maybe I'd have to exact my vengeance for my brother on her. Or maybe we'd sit next to each other, and she'd tell me all about their adventures together. She might have become my mortal enemy or a sworn sister. But she's dead. She's just dead. None of that will happen now. Do you understand? The cleric's voice trembles. Perhaps we'll meet these extirpators. I shall pray that we do, but I won't hold my breath. Socio shakes his head. Let's talk about this later. I need time to gather my thoughts. Everything is quiet here. I think I'd be of more use on the front lines.
Let us press on.
Camellia. How dull it is to listen to all those shouts from afar. Take me with you. I wish to see whoever is doing all that shrieking with my own eyes. And Darren, what do you say? Hearing about the horrors of the world wound and seeing it all with one's own eyes are two very different things. It turns out. Yeager. Oh, can't even talk to Yeager. Queen Galfrey. I prefer traveling with the army incognito. But I wish I could fight the demonic abominations with all my powers.
We march ahead.
Alright. Then the only one left to talk to is Anivia. Anivia looks at you with apprehension. She warily reaches out for your shoulder, but then jerks her fingers away. That flash, this time it was even brighter than it was over the great garrison. And you've changed again. Arabeth emerges from behind Anivia's back. Her body is covered in bandages, her hair is fretted with gray, and her voice is weak. It's as if she's aged a decade. You still came for me. For us. The half-orc's voice breaks. I thought it was the end. Anivia takes her wife by the arm, as if fearing she might fall. Commander, I admit, I've never believed in miracles, but now I know why the Queen put you in command of this army. Today you did the impossible again, right before our eyes. You pulled your people from a demon's mouth, opened the road to Dresden for us, and you saved my family again. We've lost many people, but our army is still in fighting form. Yes, many died, and even more will die yet. Today, tomorrow, even every day until the end of this war. But every day there's another chance to save someone. And gives you a carefree smile. Rachel, I hope these would-be crusaders will not easily forget the lesson this night has taught them. It seems everybody gets to chime in so soon. This night has left scars on our soldiers, on their bodies and in their hearts. But it also showed them that the power of demons is not boundless. We can destroy the demons, and we will. Fighting the demons on their own territory is better than waiting for them to come to us like they did in Canabras. We're on the right path. It might not be the easiest climb, but we'll be fine. Hey, wow, the glum faces. We won! Come on! She raises her sword to the brightening sky. To victory! Camellia, if we're finished here, I suggest we head back to the camp. The stench here is horrendous. Besides, I wouldn't mind catching up on some sleep. Is that right, Your Majesty? Are you tired? You don't like the nasty stench, huh? Should we put in a complaint that the demons didn't greet you with the proper etiquette? As if you know anything about proper etiquette. I will remember this night for the rest of my life. Damon's shoulders slump, but then he grins. I've always wanted to throw a bash in a church. I suppose this counts. Queen Galfrey whispers so only you can hear her. This beast possessed a terrible unholy power, and still it fell at your feet. I was right about you. You are more than just a mighty force. You are our hope. For me, for us, for all of Golarion. Another thing, Commander. Your tiefling pal ran off the night of the attack. Nobody's seen him since. I'm not sure we'll be able to find him. He left without a trace. I'll get the survivors back to camp. Let them rest up a little while at least. It was a scary night, but we've still got Dresden ahead of us. And that's that. Oh, right. Forgot about that. We are over encumbered because I looted everything in sight. Let's see. Leather armor is the heaviest, so we'll dump all this. And we're good. As the story unfolds, you draw closer to events that have the power to change everything. Some quests and locations may become available. Proceed when you are ready. Enter. All right. Let's see. Top the Stela. Good days and clear skies. What do you say? Where are we off to today? The fate of the League of Cart affected you greatly. So you could say, I did what I thought was right. I tried to help a good person with their troubles. And what came of it? I'm sorry, but I won't find peace until I track down Curl and Jana. What were they thinking? Is there any way to get through to them? Or should I just admit I was terribly wrong? There's another thing that's worrying me. The way people react to your power and mine. They think that if we've been chosen by Iomedae, they need to pray at our feet. I'm not comfortable with the younger warriors hanging on my every word. Seela smiles sourly. I feel alone. Nobody else is going to sit with me and celebrate saving a beer cart. And I'd like to regain, if not the friendship, at least the trust of the other knights. Especially those I respect and consider my friends, like Elon. Alright. Oh wait, is there anything new she would say? Nope, that's everything.
Our path leads on.
Let's see, Darren, anything new? Nope. Socio. Good afternoon, Commander. How can I help you? Did you think about what the Hell Knight told you? Yes. Socio shakes his head. Another dead end. I still know nothing. How could Trevor have parted with his shield? I can't imagine. Alright. don't know what your brother has endured in this world. Perhaps the person you once knew is gone? No. I'm sorry if your brother disappointed you? No. You must believe in your brother. If he gave away this shield, it means he had a good reason. I do believe so. Or I do believe it. I do. But what could have made him part with our family relic? You know, it's not only the Hell Knights who told me the truth. Knight Tirabate refused to tell me anything about my brother's fate while I was serving in Canabras. But after these events, she finally broke her silence, and the things she told me. Socio shakes his head.
I'm noticing the car, should I leave the door unlocked or
Yep, leave it unlocked. Alright. That he was a good fighter, but a terrible knight, and an utterly worthless paladin. He became more and more cruel as time went on. He started caring more about destroying the enemy than protecting the innocent. He gushed over Prelate Holrun and his witch hunts. Eventually, the goddess's patience wore thin. When he beat up some poor fellow for blasphemy, Shellen took away Trevor's powers. That was a huge blow for him. He left the city, asking only that his disgrace be kept secret from his family. That is why Arabeth didn't say anything earlier. Brother, my brother. But how? He's always been kind, merciful. Where could this cruelty have come from? Alright. Have you gotten used to your new powers? Such power. It's like I'm a young priest again, taking my first steps in service up to the goddess. When Shellen first entrusted me with the power to heal the wounded, I was so afraid to touch anyone with these hands, and I didn't wash them for a week, until my mother took me by the ear and led me to the wash basin. The cleric smiles broadly, a broad boyish smile. Of course, the powers you gave me are far stronger than those granted to a novice cleric. Stronger than most clerics ever receive. It is not my duty to feel proud of them, but to use them in the service of others, and to ensure that what happened in Canabras, what happened to my brothers in faith, will never happen again. What do you think of your brother's fate now? I can't wrap my head around what I've learned. It's as if we're talking about a different person altogether. How could he? Why did he give his shield to that she-devil in black armor? Oh, Shellen, let this all be a mistake. Alright. Anyone else I want to talk to? Theodore? Ah, yes. Yes. Commander, do you wish to talk? I've talked to Daeron about the estate. He is going to celebrate his birthday at Heaven's Edge. There's a guess. A celebration? That is far from ideal, but it will be rather inconvenient for me to conduct the investigation with all these guests around. Thank you, nonetheless, Commander. When you decide to go to the estate, I will join you. Alright. I guess talk to Nora? Save. Nora. How can I help you? I'll be glad to help in any way I can. But how? That's the question. When the gargoyles attacked the camp, what were you doing with that vial of alchemist fire near my tent? Forgive me, Commander. She looks at the ground. Despite everything, I am still quite unsuited to war. I belong in a library somewhere, not on the battlefield. When those beasts fell from the sky, I panicked. The fire, the screams, the monsters, the chaos. I ran to you because I could see you knew what to do. As for the vial, that was completely stupid. I just wanted to arm myself with something. But I knew fire wouldn't work on demons. Why did I grab that alchemist fire and not something that would actually work? I don't know. It's not my first time in the womb, but I still haven't learned how to fight. Enough lies, Nora. It's time to tell me the truth about what you're doing in this army. You want the truth? Her face cringes painfully. Here's the truth. I hate all of you. If I'd been there the day Aurelie Vorlesh opened the rift to the abyss, I would have gladly handed her the ingredients for the ritual. I put the pheromone-soaked cloth in your pockets. I wanted those hellbugs to eat your smug face off. I was the one who set the tents on fire that night, and I told the gargoyles who to grab. Every day I was in your army, I did all I could to hurt you. Oh, the things I would gladly do to you. And it would be but a thousandth of what you deserve. She hides her face in her hands. When I was 8, I was auctioned off like livestock. Like livestock, they used a stick to train me to obey. Did the paladins of Mendev help me? Of course not. Even when we passed through a Mendevian city, none of those warriors of good lifted a finger to set me free. Slavers aren't demons, after all. Oh man, you're really going into the cleric of Urgathoa thing here. Urgathoa will treat you good. You'll have plenty to eat. You will never thirst, and you can have your choice of sexual partners. You can even save lives suffering from terrible diseases. You'll have the power to do good. Now come, my gluttonous brother, and join Mommy Urgathoa's side. Now you sound like a cultist. Alright, here's the problem with several of those. You can actually talk to J-Fall about this. While technically you can go through the motions, you're not gonna feel anything. Those truly given the Urgathoa's quote-unquote gift would be undead, and when you're undead, you can't eat. You could eat it, you just don't get anything for it. You could have as much sex as you want, but you still wouldn't feel anything from it. You do get the ability to save people from terrible diseases, so you got that going, but the trade-off is just it's just bad. So no thanks. Alright, now what the hell's going on with Nora? Nora looks up and stares at you with eyes red with tears. The first time I came to the wound, I wasn't seeking adventure. My owner dragged me here on a leash. You think the demons bribed me? I was happy to betray him. Without a shadow of a doubt, expecting nothing in return, I poured a sleeping potion into their soup pot, opened the gate, and waited for the demons to come and tear them all to pieces. And me along with them. I didn't care, but the demons saw the real me. They made me a cultist. They offered me a chance for revenge. I'm here for revenge. I only want one thing. For the demons to devour you all. You, your queen, all your heroic knights. And after that, the whole world can burn for all I care. Damn. Attack. I'm going to pay for your crimes here now. Set Nora free. Selling my hands with you. Get out of here. Chaotic requires trickster path. I'm not doing that. Lawful. All right, so I want to choose the good one, but like also I doubt I'll ever make a character that's Sarenrae again, so I'm choose this one. Sarenrae teaches that even the most incorrigible of sinners can repent and earn forgiveness. Come back to the side of good. Forgiveness? Nora's lips curl in disgust. What makes you think I need forgiveness? I have never forgiven the Crusaders, or the Queen, or you. I'll take my revenge on all of you until the day you kill me. But that won't be today. Damn. Huh? You don't have to be an undead. Ergophoa teaches physical indulgence. You just have to be open to becoming an undead eventually. And look, J-Fall eventually reincarnated in her daughter's body, so there's always that blessing from Ergophoa you can look forward to. That's so terrible. I'm not going to have kids for the sole express purpose of body swapping. Alright, good. I'm sorry you were so badly treated. But why do you want revenge on us? We're your friends. You're not my friends, Nora spits at your feet. You want to show me compassion? You're too late. You should have cared when I was helpless, when I couldn't protect myself or even think of revenge. But now I don't want anyone's compassion, and I don't expect any from me. Nora snatches the wand from her belt, waves it quickly, and disappears into a portal. Damn. Do the soldiers still rely on your help? For help? Even more than before. They come to me, ask me questions, wanting advice. I don't think I ever say anything clever, but sometimes it helps them. That's what matters, right? Your words helped me back then, too. I'm still scared that I'm going to say something wrong, but if you believe in me, that means I'm doing the right thing, right? And I believe in our fighters, so they have to win. Alright. Gotta go. So go. Your tent. It's actually here. Learn drill anything new? Nope. Let's see. Pillar, anything new? Nope. I mean, it's D&D tomorrow. What's the preview? Oh, okay. So D&D tomorrow. Let's see. The plan is there are going to be one player is coming back. He got a new job, which allows his schedule to be opened up for D&D. So he's going to permanently rejoin the evening games. The morning games have fizzled out, but that's okay. Pretty much everybody who was interested in the morning games is in the evening games anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And I have two other people who are looking to join. I don't want to say players yet because I've already had 3 people try to join. 1 turned out to be a piece of shit, and 2, like, quote unquote scheduling issues happened soon after. I can understand the logic. Like, trying to tell somebody to join a game is pretty fucking hard. So, I'm going to show up early tomorrow, and hopefully the 2 players show up, get their characters straightened out, and we enjoy a game. Now, what I plan on having happen, the players are chasing after basically the mid-boss of the game, of my campaign. Like, he's not the big bad, but he's the guy that serves the big bad. And it's essentially, whether they know it or not, it's a race against time. If I have it set up where if they try to abuse the fact that players are able to take a long rest whenever they want, I'm going to have it set up that the bad guy gets the artifacts that he's trying to look for before the players can actually stop him. And he just delivers the items to the big bad to perform a ritual that lets him rule the world, essentially. And that'll be the end. That'll be a bad end for the campaign, but that's what happens if they don't stop him. In the meantime, they're going to if they do things right, though, they're going to go to several stopping points along the way to chasing after the guy. And, you know, I'm going to say after, like, 2 missions, they pretty much catch up to him. Like, first they're going into a town. The town's going to have one of the minions having done something to fuck things up for the people around there. I was thinking on the lines of the area is like the village has been poisoned, and the adventurers are going to, and the players are going to try to find out, the source of the poison, the source of the tainted well, come across another bad guy, kill him, and while when they defeated him, they'll find something in either a letter or from the villain himself. Doesn't have to be the bad end. You can always hoop up an artifact to use against the big bad. I never heard the term poop up before. I mean, I heard the term shit out or crap out, but yeah, okay. I get the gist. And yeah, you're not wrong. I can. But I'm not doing that. Most of the players, not all, but most of the players are relatively new, so I'd rather they try to get used to the regular stuff in D&D before I shove a whole bunch of homebrew at them. So right now, it's they're going to a town. Or not a town, like a city. It's not entirely a ghost town, but like the inhabitants are either sickly and dying because of like poisoned water source and food sources and such. They'll try to go to the nearby area to investigate, find a bad guy that is purposely poisoning them to try to get the people weakened so they can be like overtaken by goblins. Because why not goblins? I'm imagining the person that's going to do it is the mastermind of this little event is going to be a dwarf. Because for whatever reason, nobody really takes advantage of the fact that dwarves have poison resistance. And the dwarf bad guy is going to be a poisoner. Essentially. What the players do against this, I don't know. Hopefully it'll be fun. When they take him down, if they take him down, everybody could have a moment when they're all rolling nat 1s and I'm rolling too many nat 20s. But assuming that doesn't happen, and they defeat the enemies, they'll find a clue that leads them to the artifact or the dungeon where the artifact is, and I'll have it set where they get there. The teachings of Merkul could save that ghost town. I don't know much about Merkul. Alright, huh. So you are a kitsune. Ninio tosses you a skeptical look. Stating the obvious does you no credit. How does it feel to suddenly remember that you belong to another race? It is slightly unusual, no more than that. Knowing this fact will not help me write the encyclopedia, therefore it is useless. Therefore, I was right to forget it. And to forestall your next question, no, for now I'm not planning to forget that I am a kitsune. My abilities can help you, my loyal follower, in your fight against... Whom are we fighting again? Right, the demons. Ninio gives you a magnanimous look. See how much I appreciate your assistance, boy? Stop searching with these questions, eh? What were we talking about? I hope there's a priest of Merkul in the party. I don't know who Merkul is. I swear. Wait, before I get this out, I should get this out the way. Atrocious, you're still in Australia, right? You're not gonna be one of the 2 new mysterious players that are coming to join my game, right? You're gonna say hi. You're gonna say, hey, Zero, great stream the other night. That's gonna freak me out. You play D&D every freaking week. You should know the God of Death. Sorry, man. The only God of Death I actually bothered to remember was Kelemvor. That's it. And I only remember him because I was playing in a Tomb of Annihilation game, and one player wanted to make a Grave Domain Cleric, and chose Kelemvor. That's the only reason I remember that one. Don't remember the others. There's like so many gods of death. Alright, are you sure you really want to meet this mysterious entity we know nothing about? I am sure. I am convinced. Think about all the knowledge hidden there, in the emptiness. It seems to me that this event is certain to be my triumph. The experiment of the century. No, of the millennium. She looks away. Or maybe it will become my downfall, a complete fiasco. Here's the deal. If the mysterious entity decides to gobble me up, run as fast as you can while it's distracted. Tell all of Golarion about the heroic death of its greatest daughter. Tell them she perished. But that she never strayed from the thorny road to knowledge. Ninio sniffs and wipes a tear from her eye. I'm not Australian, for starters, and I'm not one of your future players. Okay. Not Australian? Because, where did you say you're from again? You didn't tell me. I thought it was... No, maybe that was another player. Damn, I don't usually bug you about this kind of stuff. Or maybe that's what I want you to believe. Ah. You never know. Yeah, you're right.
Let us press on.
I won't ever know. For one thing, I'd like, it'd be really fucked up to try to dox my player or my viewers. So, yeah. Alright, let's see. The queen crosses her hands and pensively taps her guard brace. It's been a long time since I traveled like this. It's just another face in the crowd. Nora Dindawar turned out to be a spy and a cultist. I have already been informed. Thank you for helping to draw her out. I promise you, when I reach Neurosian, I shall conduct a thorough investigation to ascertain how that cultist managed to infiltrate our ranks. I will make it my personal responsibility. I have to go. Yeah. Train tonight. Alright. I don't think there's anyone else to really talk to right now. for anything too important. Right. I do have to talk to... Not yourself. Alright. She shrugs with a lazy smile. I'd be happy to, but there's kind of nothing to tell. Not me. Arabeth pawned her sword to pay for your treatment. Treatment for what? It was no big deal. I just sat out in the cold too long and caught a chill. I appreciate the concern and all, but don't worry, I'm healthy as a horse now. Even so, I need to know, what medicine did Arabeth get for you? You don't seem to be getting the message. I don't want to talk about it. Not now, anyway. Ask me again in a year or 10. Alright.
Our path leads on.
So how is your girlfriend Sorcerer coming along? She's still alive? Technically, yes, for the time being, but she'll be dead eventually. I do remember telling you this, but the sorcerer she made was pretty much like a character that was eventually going to be one of the big bads of the campaign. That sorcerer is designed for the sole purpose of me to now use, and she'll die eventually. That's about it. Right now in the evening game, man, I keep forgetting. Jeez. The only reason I left the tent wasn't to talk to Arabeth. It was to sell this.
I will guide us.
Go to Wilser Garms. Alright. Commander, Quartermaster Garms looks mildly embarrassed. So sorry to distract you, but I could use some advice. The soldiers are worried. Everybody can feel it. The decisive battle is coming, the big one. The one we started the crusade for. Some of the lads are getting real jittery, and I was wondering if there was anything I could do to help them. Should I ask the bards to come up with a rousing song? Or maybe throw a little shindig? What's her good character then? Oh, her good character is a barbarian. She is a folk hero, half-orc barbarian. And yeah. She tries. She does try to be good. But there's an emphasis on the word try. There's some evil shit there too. It's really annoying when players do things that are objectively, clearly acts of evil, and they just don't have the insight in themselves to realize that they are acting very, very fucked up. For lack of a better way to put it. Yeah, man, she knows where it's at. A lot of players just like being evil, especially ones that are typically good people in the real world. When it comes time for that escapism fantasy, they're all about the evil. So, I get that. I just wish you'd be upfront with it and stop saying you're good when you clearly know you're going to play in a very evil way. Being evil isn't the problem. Saying you're good and then acting very evil is really a problem. Alright. Let's see. Is she looking for a mate? Like a half-orc barbarian should? Yes and no. She's like... Her character is supposed to be young for a half-orc, so like 18, but she's more than looking for a mate. She's looking to really be a hero. There's several times she sees corruption throughout cities and towns, and she wants to root out any evil in these places. It's just right now she's on an epic quest to save what could be a danger to the world. But she's the first to jump to a side quest to try to help out where, random NPC is in trouble. Which again, I'm not mad at. It means I know exactly what plot hook I can just throw in the game and expect at least one of my players to latch onto. So, there's that. Let's see. I rather like the idea of a rousing song. We should hold the tournament. The troops can remind themselves and their peers how strong they truly are. There's no better way to allay fears than to have a good night's sleep on a full stomach. Make sure everyone's well rested and fed before the attack. I'm not really sure what we do here. I guess I'll say rousing song. A hero type? That's no fun. She says hero type, but don't worry. Every time, she comes across someone, she shows very little concern in helping the other players. Or a lot of people when it comes to fighting. She'll focus on killing. She never really wants to help. If there's an enemy to kill, it's like, okay, good people don't know how to play smart evil. Yeah, essentially. Someone died in front of her, and her first instinct was to throw that body in a ditch, as opposed to immediately think, can we see if we can get this player's character resurrected? So that was the thing. Alright, I don't know about a rousing song. I guess hold a tournament. Nah, we'll give them a good night's sleep and a full stomach. You have a point, Commander. I'll do as you say. No soldier will go into battle hungry or weary come morning. And my name isn't Wilser Guards. Alright, show me what you got. Selling you all this extra crap. Now, sell you the 11 swords. I should probably sell this too. We got Cabriri cultist shields. Don't really know what else to sell here. Oh, the +1 breastplate since I got a +2 one. I think that's it for now. Well, I guess I'll sell the +1 Amulet of Agile Fist. Oh, Amulet of Mighty Fist. Oh, yeah, I can use that. Alright, but that's later. For now, sell all this. And let's go over to that horse. Right, I forgot to level up the stupid horse. Accessories. Amulet of Mighty Fist +2. There. You can put on the bracers of armor. Yeah, I just think of something better. That's not evil, that's just bad. Evil would have been to loot the character, send word to his or her friends and family the character died and potentially raise the corpse as an undead or sell the body parts. Okay. I can't be the only one to think like that, right? Well, you're thinking with a character that's high level enough to do all that. Remember, her character's a barbarian. And nobody has the connections to anybody who is willing to buy body parts anyway. No one bothered to try to befriend a necromancer. So that doesn't work. They did send word to like friends and family. But nobody had the power to raise a corpse. Or revive them. So, yeah. Right, I think that's it.
Godspeed. Let us press on.
We'll rest up here. Ninio. But let's see. Alright. What spell do I have them make? I guess replenish those scrolls of haste we used. You know what? No. No one make any food right now. Begin rest.
If people's appearance reflected their inner life, no one would leave the house without a mask. And nobles wouldn't leave without a cloak concealing their entire body.
I wouldn't say your appearance reflects your mind. If that were true, you'd be the size of a mouse.
Yeah, but even a barbarian can be smart about how to handle death. And for the record, any cleric can animate dead. No one made a cleric. That'll spell more than half the city clerics can do it. That's true, but it has to be requested. The problem I have with this is I pointed out whenever a player dies, I'm not going to save that player. I'm not going to swoop in with a benevolent cleric or a deity or anyone to save the player character from, unfortunate events. If the other players were to go in and say, can you save this player character? That's a different story. Then I could do something. But if none of the players are asking to help, then that's it. That character's just screwed. Get the intelligence, because why not? Let's see, Camellia, level up. Let's see, to be a duelist needs combat mobility, And base attack bonus 6. Wow. None of this really helps. Guess I'll just raise her dex. So you never give the option to be raised as a reborn? Not right away. There's a lot of undeaf stuff that's going on in the game, but pretty much I'll give the option to be reborn if the player wants to go back to it later, as in much later, and even then it would be at a lower level. But generally speaking, no. I don't give the option to be raised as a reborn. And even then, only if somebody comes in with the book that has it, because I don't have the book that actually gives the option to be raised as a reborn. What do I? Battlemaster. Let's see. Alright. Battlemaster. Sure. Specialization. Rapier. There. Darren, level up. He's on the recommended, so I don't have to really pick anything here. Alright. And Rego. Again, I don't really need to pick anything for him. It's pretty straightforward. He's a Hell Knight. Right. But you know how Gothic lineages work, right? Not at all. How do Gothic lineages work? Last I checked, it wasn't a Gothic lineage. It was, like, I don't even know how lineage works. Let's see now. Damage rolls. Cool. Darren, Mythic Path. Mythic Channeling. And then for you, what did I choose before? Abundant Casting. She's already got the feat that's doing that. So no. Yeah, I guess I could choose the combat reflexes feat now. So was it? Yeah, never mind. I think it was combat mobility. Fuck, I completely blanked on it. Hey, which one was it, Atrocious? Was it combat mobility or combat reflexes for to unlock the duelist prestige class? Hmm. Ah, crap. Probably doesn't know. You know what? That's fine. I'll just wait for leveling up. Let's see here. I'll kick out. Who do I kick out for this? Ember. Yeah, Ember. No, wait. Yeah. There. Exactly. Alright. So I tried the attrition dagger build. So it works, but I realize a lot of the time I'd be using the dagger. It's often easier to simply deal heavy damage rather than waiting for a con to drop enough. And its combat mobility, I'm sure. Oh. Alright. Let me just stop back. Get combat mobility for Camellia and then call it. Then we're gonna go over to then we're gonna go deal with Daeron's thing. Character, you, Mythic Path, the Mythic Path, extra feats, combat mobility. No need to hesitate, huh? And if you said that's what it is, I'm sure that's what it is. Let's move on. Alright. You. Right. First things first, recruitment. Grab some clerics. Honestly, don't need Hell Knights. Grab the archers, gonna need those. Grab soldiers, gonna need those. I don't need them. Alright. Alright. Go back to this army. Save again. And we're gonna fight. Wipe out a few of these demon armies. We're gonna try to kill the Babaus as fast as possible. That reflect damage is a pain, as you'll see. Huh? Never mind. All right, let's see. We'll shoot down Locust Swarm, the cultist. Alright, let's see here. Let's try to deal with the cultist swarm before any debilitating effects come off and really screw us over. Alright, might not deal with all of them, but dealt with a good chunk of them. Okay. Damn, these things are durable. Clerics will finish off the rest. Let's try to deal with the rest of these cultists before they become a problem. Okay. I'm not looking forward to having to deal with this aspect of the game again. I think you can skip it or turn it off. It's just I'm pretty sure you like lose the chance of getting like a lot of stuff if you do. If you like turn it off outright. Should be good to deal with the rest. It's turn. Right, let's try to shoot down these. Alright. Done. Alright. Deal with the cultists. Done. You can't heal because of the sickness. Alright, but the commander can heal. Let's heal the clerics up. Oops. Huh, they're just tanky. This is actually very easy to deal with. How long is this last? Another round. Okay, no problem. Let's see, one more heal, and heal you. Yeah, that'll do it. Let's start cutting them down. Heal yourselves. Alright, no one's wounded. So we'll just take out the cultists. And that's that. Even footing. It's pretty easy to beat an enemy that's supposed to be the same combat strength as mine. Alright. The enemy, which threatened to strike at the rear of the Crusader army, was defeated. The Crusaders can approach Dresden with no need to watch for an attack from the rear. One down, one more to go. Alright. Bunch of bugs, zombies, and ghouls. Let's kill the flies first. No, you wait right here. Shoot down the bugs. Chop down the bugs. You heal down the ghouls. Oh, wait, no. Smite evil. Now heal down the ghouls. Take out the flies. Nope, the flies are still up. Flies are still up. Come on. Alright, the flies are down. Shoot down the ghouls. And we just have a bunch of dead zombies. Which again, heal the zombies down. Took out flies. Alright. No others. I'm sure they'll be fine. Here's hoping. Yep, they're fine. Another victory. Alright, let's see. This old Sarkorian graveyard was ravaged by an attack of flesh-eating ghouls. They mangled the corpses or turned them into walking dead, but the valuable items buried in the graves proved to be of no interest to them. Magician's Ring. Let's see. There's advice, increase the save DC. Okay, yeah, it's clearly meant to be worn by Ninio. There's Hamlet. Alright. With all that out the way, save, prepare it. Alright. Let's go to... Oh, wait. Fine, rest up. Wait. Before I forget. Yeah, they leveled up. What to grab? What to grab? Bestow grace. Guess 1 minute per level. Sure. Obviously no, obviously no. Here we go. You have 3rd level spells and a 1st level slot. Use it for divine favor. I'm actually using that spell. Let's see. For you, cast Delay Poison Communal. And then protect from energy. Should be good. Yeah. That's it. Heaven's Edge. Oh, right. Before that. Rest up. Right. Luminia. Alright. So no. Alright. Who do I put here? Social. On Night Watch, I can put guess I can. Three, 4, 5, and let's see, 6. Yeah, there you go. Yep, begin rest. Right. The Blackwing Library in ruins. Pity. It was never very popular among the townsfolk, though it was still the subject of much boasting. Other nobles liked to give weighty tomes pride of place in their houses, as an unsubtle nod to their intellect and learnedness. We had 2 books in our tribe, and they were cared for like holy relics. We all learned to read from those books. Even mongrels understand the value of knowledge. Neat. Right. To Heaven's Edge. One more save before we go. And there. Enter. Before I forget, is there any other companion quest I need to take? More Than Nothing, the Ninia's Ruins, The World Burns, The Heaven's Edge, yeah, Crescent Moon, wait for events to unfold. Okay, so nope. So far we're all set. Any errands? In Pursuit of the Past. All right. The storyteller. Nope. Alright, so yeah, I'm all caught up. Attack Dresden. That's it. Attack Dresden in this. Finally, Stickrats. Staying Canabras. I have a feast in this accursed place.
my not so numerous, but nonetheless dearest guests. About a year ago at my last birthday party, I assured you all that I nurtured a deep-seated hatred for boring people who give protracted speeches in the misplaced belief that their inner thoughts are of any interest to anyone but themselves. Now I am a whole year older and also a full-fledged crusader, an honorable position that requires me to be as dull, pedantic, and vexing as I possibly can. Therefore, a speech it is.
Darren's face is impossible to read. He has his usual half smirk fixed in place, his eyes gleaming with excitement. But his anxious gaze wanders for just a moment too long before he begins his speech.
The revered cleric Nestrin, my guardian and tutor, often told me that those who live a sinful life may expect to join the abyssal hordes after they die. This is why their path is the most despicable of all. A part of their soul may return to Mendev in the abominable form of a demonic invader. Every time we see a demon, we might as well think about it. What if this wretched creature used to be your great-great-grandfather? What if certain parts of this pointy-tailed beauty used to belong to your pious cousin? They say that the demons represent the sins of the souls they are made of. Succubi emerge out of lustful souls. Vandals turn into Abracandilu. Gluttons become Nabasu. I, for one, am determined to commit as many different sins as possible, so that the distributive mechanism of the abyss breaks when it tries to decide what to do with my soul.
You know what? I think I might defer to using Harem's portrait instead of Zon-Kuthar. I mean, Harem's portrait works for a lot of, like, evil deities. Sadly. Alright.
You, my dearest guests, will be my assistants in this complicated task. Eat, drink, and indulge yourselves in whatever vices you can. Let nobody leave this house as righteous as they entered it. Live every day like it's your last. After all, nobody knows when that day will arrive, do they?
Darren smirks, finishes his wine, and tosses the glass to the ground. How interesting. Inquisitor Leotur whispers in your ear from behind. Did you find anything interesting? Nothing really. I just took note of a few things. I attempted to find out whether anything unusual or mysterious has happened to the Count over the last 10 years. During my conversations with his acquaintances, 2 people noted that he never speaks of the revered Nestrin, the priest of Iomedae who was his guardian and tutor. Yet he just mentioned Nestrin in his speech, whatever that might mean. You told me that you tried to find out if anything odd had happened to Darren over the last 10 years. Some of his servants complained about strange occurrences in the house, like objects moving by themselves or candles going out. Of course, that could simply be a figment of their imagination. It is also very well known that the Count often invites various spellcasters to entertain him, and encourages them to use their magic in mischievous ways. Practically the whole of Mendev knows the story about the 3 drunk wizards and their teleportation race across the roofs of Canabris after a party at the Count's house. What I'm trying to say here is that any fluctuations in residual magic at his house are not all that surprising. There was the matter of the abduction, however. A gang of bandits kidnapped the Count hoping for a ransom, but the only reward they got was death. Afterward, the Count told everyone that he had hired the bandits himself as a joke. The other mercenary squad that freed him and executed the bandits was also in his employ. Nobody really wanted to delve too deep into this case after confirming the identities of those wretched cutthroats. But there was one disturbing fact about it all, and I don't mean the Count's bizarre idea of fun. The mercenaries who supposedly freed him had also cut off the bandits' heads after they had already killed them. The heads were cut off? You mean the bandits who attacked Damon? Yes. Perhaps I wouldn't have even noticed this detail had I not visited Heaven's Edge right after the tragic incident. I remember that we also found several headless bodies, both of guests and demons. We thought they had been decapitated during the fight. My companions have been finding severed heads among their belongings recently. Strangely, things like this weren't a problem before Damon joined the party. What? That is an alarming coincidence. Now we have another reason to conduct an investigation. It is crucial that we find out what exactly happened at that tragic feast. What do we need to do, Inquisitor? Now that's the hardest part. I need to dive deep into the past of this place, which requires casting several different spells over some time. It would be very convenient for me if nobody interrupted the process, especially the Count himself. I don't think he remembers my face, but a suspicious stranger casting unknown spells might attract his attention. All in all, what I want you to do is to distract the master of the house. Right now he is playing host in the very place I'd like to start with. And so how do I distract him? I don't know. Maybe your companions can assist you somehow. Or you can take a look around. Perhaps there's something that can help us. I understand. Good luck. Come back to me when the Count leaves. I will tell you everything I managed to find out and maybe even show you something. Alright.
We march ahead.
Drunk nobles. This refers to Socio. I can't imagine how lowly this manor must have been before the war. What do you say? Oh, I can't imagine how lovely this manor must have been before the war. I yearn to set up my easel in one of the pleasant little alcoves and paint to my heart's content. Let's see. The decorative plants are in a miserable state. They've been neglected for many years. Start the count. Just loot this place.
Our path leads on.
Virgil, this estate could be remade into a formidable defensive outpost. Should be expropriated for the sake of the war effort, and the owners compensated after victory is secured.
I have managed.
There are occasional traces of older masonry and foundations. Looks like the building was reconstructed several times.
I will guide us.
save. Let's see, what time is it? Yep, okay. Alright, I'm going to have to end the stream now. To everyone who managed to come by, thank you very much for joining this run of Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous.